Look at the moon.
Oh my god, this is definitely not normal.
Look at the moon.
All right, it got weird there. What is up? How's it going, Blue Crew, Green Giants, Ledger citizens? Welcome to another late night DLT. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. Thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for hitting the likes on the way in. Helps out the channel tremendously. Helps us break through the firmament, and every one of you is doing your part. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting the like. Thanks to any new subscribers, any new members. And by the way, we're getting ready to do our Green Giant giveaway very soon, guys. Can't wait to do it with all of y'all. We're going to account for both January and February. Do a double up right there for the Green Giants. We got so many new Green Giants because of people gifting each other Green Giants and trying to earn more tickets for this giveaway. Shout out to all of y'all. We're putting up 20 XRP for the giveaway, by the way, coming up soon. So shout out to any of the Green Giants who have joined in the past 2 months. Grateful to all of y'all. You guys got your tickets in the wheel of names. We got over 100 members because a lot of them are like tiny Green Giants or mini Green Giants, you know. And hey, we love seeing a room just full of green in the chat, guys. It just so bullish, so tremendous. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong. Blue Crew, always right. Worst show, best community. Guys, 13 likes, 21 viewers, already starting off the stream. Hot. Appreciate y'all. Brett McAllister, how you guys doing? Tim Shea in the house. Brett saying best part of my night, dude. Much love to you, brother. So I downloaded Serious Wallet and had no problem withdrawing. I think it's just Ledger and doesn't support it, maybe. Yeah, and you know, we have to be careful because we have to always make sure it's the XPX main net. By the way, dude, XPX has been on a tear. We gotta get out of the Streamlabs home right there. It was looking a little bit too meta for all of us here. Give me a second. Let me just clean this up for all of y'all. Let me know how the audio and everything, the music is going, guys. I appreciate your feedback. As always, it just helps make the channel better. I understand the lighting situation could be better, the camera work and all that stuff. It could be much cleaner in presentation. Hell, maybe even the sound of my mic could be better. I'm learning. I'm doing this all by myself, learning as I go. I've been doing this for a really long time, and you know, we try to put in the time that we can to just deliver a good experience. But anyways, moving on, keeping it crypto. Filecoin on the Blue Crew list, starting out on the Blue Crew list. The Cryptos Blue Crew wants to keep an eye out for. And if you have any cryptos you guys want to keep it, you know, put your name to. Remember, for each person in the chat, just one crypto that you can say that you want to be putting on the Blue Crew list. So anytime you come back to this channel, we'll be checking out the Blue Crew list and seeing if your crypto is doing better or worse, or, you know, however, right? I think it's a fun little addition to the streams. But jumping into the Blue Crew list at the top right now, Filecoin at $8.20. And I think sub $10 Filecoin. I mean, this is a tremendous opportunity, finding out about the Solana integration while there's been a major sideways action with Solana. And we could be overdue. Like, I do think something is telling me we're going to see sub 100 significantly of Solana somewhere in the future. Now, is it going to be in these next coming months? Like, is bull cycle going to be fully confirmed in the next coming weeks, right? Like, where's this momentum going to take us? Are we going to be retracing? Is March Madness just going to be highly volatile in both directions? Can't wait to see what's going to be going on in that coming month. But Filecoin, long-term, very bullish on this crypto. Now with the integrations with Solana, it's going to just help both parties out and for what their use cases are. And then seeing right here, if you've been following the channel for a really long time, seeing here Greg Kidd portfolio coming together, right? Because isn't that funny? We saw the hints of Hedera and Ripple having a collaboration very soon in the future. And who is the Greg Kidd portfolio, AQUA portfolio invested in? Hedera and XRP and Ripple, right? And then we see Solana, which Greg Kidd was on early, that helped us, you know, see value in that project when it was around $5, $10, $15 Solana, right? And then keeping the faith in it when it collapsed down, right? Keeping the faith in Solana at that time. Now we're seeing Filecoin's integration, Filecoin invested by Greg Kidd, AQUA portfolio. Now seeing this integration happening, we're seeing the collaborations between these projects that are from the puppet master, freaking Greg Kidd, AQUA portfolio, dude. The guy's a time traveler. Everything he seems to touch or get involved with, you know, ends up being something, dude. It's insane. You know, that's what made us believe in Cody when it was at 2 cents forever. And then Cody goes on to make like a 5x, 7x, right? Appreciate you, Stefan. Thanks for the feedback there. Always good. Sora Bust. Yeah, what happened to Sora Bon, right? Sora Bust flavored ice cream. Yeah, I guess I guess it's no good. I just guess it's no good. If it didn't just moon XLM and the XLM ecosystem, even though it did, the pre-hype did. But if it didn't just, if XLM ecosystem isn't just mooning from now on, right? Then I guess it's just no good. I guess Sorabon was just useless. If it's not good in its first week, then I don't want any part of it. We're just playing around. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Josiah Turner? Guys, appreciate the bullishness coming in these past streams, guys. Just so grateful for the support. You know, there's YouTube channels out there, people who could be telling you what to do with your money, or they think they know better what to do in terms of like crypto investments or anything like that. We're here to just be hanging out, dude, hanging out with the Blue Crew, because we're just a den of tigers here. Each of us have our own perspective on this crypto market, and we're sharing the gems, right? Like, you guys have woken up this channel to so many good projects, right? Many that are on this list right now, right? So just want to give a shout out to all of y'all and the community that we have here. So on the Blue Crew list, Filecoin doing really well at $8. XPX Wow. Last night it hit 1400, y'all. It hit 1400 from 800 to 001400. This is the type of volatility that we've been waiting for XPX. I mean, it looks like this thing's finally woken up, and who knows, man, once, like, because I know this price action has definitely drawn the eye of, you know, like, it's starting to attract attention, right? Interested to see what happens if it goes to 002, 004. The funny thing is, I feel like no one will still talk about it at 004. Like, they'll talk about what happened with SHX, right? Going from 000s to 004. But they won't talk about XPX. Like, for some reason, there's like, just like on how it's on this channel, there's just this dark firmament, this dark shadow over this project that people can't see the light on, right? It's just insane. But hey, it started, like, I hope we were enjoying those 000s, man. This was yet another 000 poster boy. XPX. Who is they? Alchemist. You know who they are, Alchemist. You work for them, man. You work for them. What I'm saying is they is the crypto masses, the crypto investors at large, or just most of the crypto space or X community, crypto community, right? There's just not enough awareness about this project, and it's kind of ridiculous at this point. Because you have people getting caught up in Google Cloud partnerships, Visa partnerships or connections, right, between projects. They get over the moon about it and just retweet it and repost it to oblivion. But you got something here that won a CBDC tech sprint with finalists, including not only Dragonfly FinTech that uses the Proxima X technology, but Ripple that uses the XRPL technology, Stellar that uses the XLM technology, and R3, which uses the XRP and XDC technologies. And here comes Dragonfly FinTech out of nowhere in that CBDC tech sprint, winning the CBDC tech sprint. So it's just funny that out of all the connections that they, you know, we get overexcited about Google Cloud stuff and, you know, integrations with, you know, some of these big tech folks in their, you know, whether it's cloud services or, you know, AWS connections and things like that. You got freaking Proxima X here winning a CBDC tech sprint for providing end-to-end CBDC solutions from beginning to end, the whole simple solution of Proxima X and XPX. X pays X, as I like to say, right? If you want to make money using your XRP, use it to buy anything else. There you go, Alchemist. Hey, this guy's an undercover Ripple employee, right? So he's seeing right now, short term, probably not so good with XRP, but hey, at least it'll be above $2 in like 3 or 5 years. I mean, probably 3 years, because it's already been like 2 years of nothing burger from XRP, right? So 3 more years, we'll have an average floor of about $2.50 for XRP, whatever that means to you. That sounds like a pretty damn good store of value if it just keeps creating higher and higher floors. Tim Shea in the house. The dry humor is strong tonight, guys. Let's go into our other list. Gala started waking up. We started talking about, hey, I'm into Gala before we start getting all this Galaverse hype, right? Where they start just spending a lot of money to get like Kings of Leon to play concerts for them, for their, you know, for their development events and stuff like that. So, you know, before Galaverse hype starts going, before multiverse hype starts going, before Metaverse hype starts going, I'm excited for these projects. Vega finally, you know, had a nice little bounce from the 87-cent range. That was a red across the board crypto. We were liking it there. Kin, dude, let's hope Kin could start breaking through the 20 ranges right here, the 4020 ranges for Kin. Can still get millions of them for like, you know, 18 bucks, dude. That's like, yeah, you know, skip out on coffee day for 3 days. There you go. You can get a million Kin. Yeah, Spell. We've talked about Spell being one of those 000 gems, possibly because it has like some very interesting funding behind it, right? Spell is on the trash list, so let's move on. That's a good segue to trash list. Spell at the top of the trash list right here at 000955. 59% move towards the upside. And this is like a gaming token, if I'm not mistaken. And you know how they like involving magic and anything, because these people are, you know, these elites are freaking witches and sorcerers and stuff like that. Spell token could be one of those ones that becomes like a mainstream token, and we don't even understand why, but maybe just because it's a freaking spell, right? So, but billions of supply with this crypto, I mean, still a pretty good entry at like trying to get as much triple zeros of it as you can. But I think between a penny, like with this supply, it looks like a penny is like a pretty high price right there for this crypto. But hey, that looks like it's halfway to its all-time high. All-time high was at 3 cents for spell token. Runs a good amount of volume through it too. So yeah, spell token, you know, we brought it up when it was in the deep reds. Just because like we know, like we don't talk about so much about spell token, but we know that there's like something there with it, right? In terms of the funding and how it's connected to, I think it's in the Solana ecosystem, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Or is it Polygon or? So yeah, it's an Ethereum token. But yeah, spell token's an interesting one to be keeping an eye out for. Router and Route, Blue Crew has brought this crypto up. Shout out to them, man. Route and Router doing its thing. I think this is in the Cosmos ecosystem. Wonder if you can get it in Cosmos ecosystem for Route. But yeah, very low supply crypto. All-time high was at 19 bucks. Route's an interesting one without a doubt. Atlas, we've been talking about this crypto, guys. Like, I'm liking Star Atlas in the Solana ecosystem just because I want to get ahead of this metaverse hype that is going to come. If these hype cycles are just going to kind of keep going one after the other, like it's going to be the AI cryptos that start taking off because there's a lot of AI hype. And then, you know, not saying that hype's going to go away, but then you're going to see what branches off from AI. Metaverse, right? And being able to interact with AI through the metaverse, or interacting with, you know, your fellow man through the metaverse. You know, digital land will start to become a thing again, right? That hype cycle is going to come back around. And so things like Star Atlas, Mana, I'm very, dude, even though that this is, you know, this is a layer 2 crypto, so it can expand to other blockchains and be interoperable as well. But this one, Decentraland, I've been keeping my tiger eye on because I'm liking what I'm seeing from this crypto. I remember it did major numbers in the last metaverse hype cycle. It went from 4 cents all the way up to, yeah, $5.87. Like, holy cow, dude. So to get an opportunity at this crypto below $1, below 50 cents, I like Decentraland and Mana. 2.8 billion supply, $5.80. I feel like this is going to be, you know, this hype cycle is going to be inevitable again, is the metaverse, multiverse type of hype. So I like jumping in on this before it starts becoming the main thing that people are talking about again. And, you know, we're going to have groups trying to connect to the metaverse. Like, that's how crazy that hype cycle is going to get. We're going to be sharing links of like, hey, you can jump into this metaverse with me, create your own avatar, and we can interact. It's going to happen like that. Where can I store kin? Either on the Getcode wallet, on the Phantom wallet, or I think on a Decent wallet. XTC see monthly higher lows. Oh, dude, XTC I think is getting primed for major moves too. This is another ecosystem to maybe start taking some of our XLM profits. And if we're thinking of using those profits to reallocate into another young ecosystem, I think XTC is a great one. HBAR has been a great one. Algorand, Tezos. Let me see which other ones. Polkadot ecosystems. Yeah, Cosmo ecosystem. I mean, one of those, all of those will probably start having their day, but you know, a very young one and underestimated one is the XTC ecosystem. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Guys, appreciate y'all. We're just jumping into the trash list here, and trash list has been doing well. Spell token's been on a tear. XSwap, shout out to Blue Crew on XSwap right there. XSwap starting to wake up, it looks like. Star Atlas, like I've said, you know, I like the Atlas token under a penny. I like just starting to entertain metaverse cryptos, right? Expector in the XRPL ecosystem. Let's go there. right? Expector in the XRPL ecosystem at 4 cents, 88 million max supply. I am liking this crypto. I'm liking even trying to get land in that crypto or in that space, right? Like taking, you know, trying to get one of their limited edition NFTs, all that stuff. I'm a big fan of the Expector and the XRPL ecosystem. Ledger City, whenever there's regulatory clarity, LLC is going to finally do its thing. Excited for that. Using the Phantom wallet to buy a little bit of Soul, trade for kin. Then once you have the kin, you'll have the receiving address. Yeah. When ending? What do you mean, Stefan? What's ending? Oh, when is the bearishness on XDC gonna end? What is gonna be the? Yeah, we can jump into a chart really quick for you, dude. Appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in. And if this is the type of content you guys enjoy, I mean, we got a hell of a community here. I appreciate you guys hitting the likes, any subs, all that good stuff. All grays are welcome. Chris has issues. Shout out to you, man. Chris has issues, has a good amount of tickets for the giveaway this time around. He has a really good chance at winning. Y'all still talking crap about XRP? No, dude, we love XRP, man. I'm excited for XRP. I'm super bullish on XRP. People will be fighting for drops in the future. And, you know, a lot of my trades that I do are to accumulate even more XRP. That's the whole... I like that XRPL ecosystem. Yeah, there's chances we could go back down to the 30-cent ranges, guys. But, I mean, dude, this thing has been so bearish for so long that I'm very excited to possibly see, you know... Oh, well, this is... Sorry, this is Zinfin. Jesus Christ. We're talking about XRP, and I was thinking we're looking at the XRP charts right here. But Zinfin can actually go back down to the 3-cent range, right? And still technically create a higher low. So we could go down about a penny less. Sure, worst case scenario, it dips back into low end 2 cents range. If it's a major crash, I don't think we see sub penny, man. If we see sub penny, that is ridiculous. Dude, if we see a sub penny Zinfin, I will be accumulating so much at around that price, man. I just don't think we'll ever see that again. But that's like super worst case scenario is you dip just under a penny for like a moment and then it gets bought back up. And then it's a slow climb back up and still creating higher lows than your, you know, previous 2020 situation. What's up, Crypto Navigator? We got Sean Thompson. Guys, the phone lines are open if anybody wants to jump in, by the way, and, you know, have any questions to ask or just jump in on the conversation. I appreciate it. It's always good to have people joining in and being able to add on to the content as well. So here we go. There's the link to the phone lines if anybody wants to call in. But yeah, let's get into some news here, you guys. In the ISO 222 cryptos, leading the way right now is XPX. Feels good, dude. Feels good to be seeing SHX and XPX and XX network all having their respective days recently at the top of the ISO 222 list. Can't wait to start seeing XDC, XRP, XLM, even GBEX, IOTA, you know, all these other ones that are on the low end here. They're going to have their day very, very soon. But yeah, let's jump into the news. Appreciate everybody here. I missed that XPX run. Hey, man, there's still some deep reds we can tackle to not miss, right? So it's just one of the wins, but it's, you know, we got deep reds for you, Crypto Navigator, no worries. We still got XDB in the 000s. We still got Gala under 3 cents pre-gaming hype cycle. And, you know, we still got EWT, which I think is like shaping up to be like a BTC of itself. And being able to accumulate a $2 BTC, I think I'm very excited for. Very excited for. Oh my gosh, man. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. You son of a gun. You son of a gun. Chris has issues. What the heck, man? Point of Deck 1 has become a member. Chris Has Issues comes in freaking bullish. We haven't even jumped into the news just yet. My dude. G won't tell you what to do. I'll never tell you what to do, man. And holy cow, but Chris Has Issues says, I'll tell you what to do. You're going to be a green giant full of XRP. Welcome, my man. You guys hearing that loud ass guitar every freaking time. Beauty. Green giants are amongst us, man. They're coming, you guys. The green giants are coming. Watch out. Guys, it's always good hanging out with you guys. I appreciate the support at around this time of day. You know, we'll try to keep it going as long as we can. Sometimes we may stream earlier, but we like, you know, streaming around, you know, this time to just because freaking people like Chris Has Issues, Josiah Turner, Crypto Navigator, More Monkey Business, all of y'all just come in with the bullishness. Sean Thompson, much love, man. Erkin Beats, welcome to the Blue Crew. Coin to Deck 1. Yosef El Bebe, what's up, dude? Felipe Gonzalez. You guys are awesome, man. I appreciate you guys being members now. Chris Has Issues just comes freaking just sprinkling green giant gifts all around. Much love, man. Much love, dude. This epic guitar line just crashing in every time. Yeah, this is definitely not normal. Definitely not normal. Beautiful, guys. Just, what the heck? Chris Has Issues, man. God bless you, sir. I am so grateful, man. Green Giants for sure, Sean Thompson. That's the way we go into the news right there. This is a good way to segue into the news. Let's see if we got any recent news to share with y'all as well. Yep, we got some Notorious XRP. We got to talk about Notorious, of course. We got Store X Network. We'll definitely jump into some Store X. Freaking XDC ecosystem looking primed to be for the picking, man. Especially while it's low. While the whole freaking list. Too many cryptos for sure, man. Yeah, Blue Crew, can we show appreciation to Chris Has Issues? Fellow Green Giants, can we give him a Dumbledore clap, please? Can't join the street, G. I'm wiped out. No, yeah, hey, I hear you, Crypto Navigator. All good. Stefan Eckel, Netherlands. Hell yeah, man. What's the crypto you're most bullish on, Stefan? You can feel free to call in, by the way. Anybody can call in. Once again, here's the link. Thanks to the 35 viewers. Dude, we're starting off the stream right, guys. If we can hit 30 likes before we're done with this freaking news segment, then that would be awesome, guys. All right, here we go. Let's jump into it. We have an X spot as well. If anybody wants to follow our X, it's in the description below. Any donations through XRP, XLM, through our LOBSTR, that's the QR code right here. And our XPX, if anybody wants to send XPX, you know. We got Store X Network, thrilled to be a part of STEP conference in Dubai, Internet City, showcasing our decentralized cloud tech as pioneers in the UAE's tech scene. We're excited to lead the way in transforming cloud storage. Hey, man, I'm excited to see StoreX, you know, starting to build something out here. You know, this is really early. Yeah, it's an early stage cloud storage environment for sure. But hey, it looks like they're doing the right things, trying to build out this platform, showing activity, building on XDC network. Excited to see what happens here for StoreX, you know, because, you know, cloud solution cryptos start getting their things too, man. Like we're seeing Filecoin, Akash, right? Aleph, a lot of major cloud storage platforms starting to get a lot of love, and StoreX in the XDC ecosystem. Let's check out their price really quick. Right? SRX, dude. SRX is still... Remember, this was just dead at a penny, Blue Crew. Like Blue Crew, when we had another big trash list in the past, SRX was on our, I think it's on our trash list right now, if I'm not mistaken. But it was on our other trash list back in the day, and this one was in the pit of the deep reds, like just forever, right? So it looks like that penny was a strong floor range right there for StoreX. Now we go back to 4 pennies here. But dude, this is as close to the bottom with StoreX, and who knows where this thing goes, man. 588 million total supply. You know, decent numbers for an early days project right here. And I mean, I like it at around these ranges, sub nickel ranges. We'll take some StoreX and start investing in this XTC ecosystem. What's up, Kin? How is it in the Blue Crew? What's up? Yeah, we like the Kin. I can't wait for, so you can get the Get Code app, which is for Kin. Like Get Code is like their payments app. They, what's it called? I can't wait to get this for the Android phone. Right? I want to give it a try. I want to try to do some giveaways with it and see if you can actually do what you see in the commercials and pay with like 5 cents. Right? If I can pay with like very little amounts. Interested to see how you can do it with Kin here. Excited to see the Get Code wallet there. All right, moving on. Got Notorious XRP. Moving liquidity is what we do. Lightning speed. Excited to see Notorious XRP. His next production, man. This guy's always producing just fire content. Shout out to Notorious XRP. Much love. We got AI Metaverse, XRP, SHX, XLM, XPX. Let's go. Aquarius, AQUA. Now that we are at sea, I'd like to take a moment to welcome you to the crew of the SS Aquarius. Take a moment to get acquainted with the ship and read over the Governance 2.0 paperwork. After all, this is a community tool for you to enact changes to Aquarius. We're all captains of this ship at the end of the day. Prepare for a DeFi adventure like never before. Aquarius is redefining DeFi on the Stellar network, and this is why we liked taking advantage. Another deep red poster boy right there with Aquarius. Gotta love what AQUA has been able to do, guys. And once again, this crypto has no major listings yet, right? Not listed on any major exchanges. You can only get it on the Stellar Dex, basically. Sure, through LOBSTR as well. But damn, you know, still in the 00 ranges, looking pretty good. And if we're talking about it having its own DeFi suite built in on Sorbonne, possibly major crypto exchange listings. I mean, it's just the early days of what the capabilities of what this thing could do. And, you know, it's looking like this thing was built for Sorbonne, right? So we're excited to see what AQUA is going to be able to do and provide to that Stellar ecosystem. Guys, let me know how the video and audio is coming through. Hopefully we're not having glitches or anything like that. Hopefully this news is making you bullish, if anything, on just being able to be participating in the digital asset space. You know, zooming out, nobody knows about crypto. Nobody even likes crypto, right? We have our little infighting here in the crypto communities and all such. But at the end of the day, I hope we all see the promised land with whatever our investments are in. And, you know, we know the banks and the machines, right? In the future, half of the payments aren't even, you know, half of the payments are by humans. The other half are by machines. So let's not let the machines own a majority of these tokens, right? We got WorldCoin surging 40% in the past 24 hours. Leadership hints major announcements coming. So that's possibly why we started to see WLD making some major moves, right? Outside of the AI hype also happening. This crypto, we talked, you know, the day one of its announcement, we bought some WorldCoin, man. We bought WLD at $1. So far, so good on WLD. We believed the vision. We stayed consistent with it. We're like, dude, Sam Altman's in the game. He automatically becomes one of the biggest faces in crypto. Like automatically, right? He's already world recognized basically for ChatGPT and what he's doing. And now you're having him compared to Vitalik. Hey, love Anatoly, no offense to him and stuff, but everybody knows who Sam Altman is. Crazy. So yeah, WorldCoin's doing its thing. I'm worried about, in terms of its supply, with the price right now with this crypto and it being such an early days crypto. But definitely when it's deep reds across the board, which it probably will be in the future, definitely be pouncing on those opportunities with this crypto WorldCoin. I'm excited to see what it's going to do, man. It was just in the 80s yesterday. Now it's at 66. We talked about it being top 50. Dude, this thing's looking to try to be a top 10, top 20 freaking crypto. Like when it's all said and done. type of volume that's going through this crypto is ridiculous. So and this is just on very limited listings as well, right? Like it already has a great amount of liquidity, but yeah, wait till you can get WorldCoin on Coinbase. Can you get it on Coinbase? Wait a second. I don't think you can get it on Coinbase yet or Uphold, right? Yeah, you can get it on BitTrue, MXC, right? So yeah, WorldCoin WLD doing some numbers, dude. 8x already from initial. Why people still have to hit the like? Shout out to you, Gary Outdoors. He used to be a gray, now he's blue. I never he was our resident gray. Dude, yeah, Jasmine was at 004 this last time around, man, and we loved the opportunity there. We were talking about it as a major deep red here in this channel. So yeah, we're all like all these cryptos, man. That's how they end up on the trash list or on the ISO list or the Blue Crew list, is because the Blue Crew talks about them. All right, let's jump into some more news here, guys. Appreciate everybody. Global Blockchain Business Council, Solana Foundation shared they have signed an MOU with Abu Dhabi Global Market. This MOU unlocks or looks to gather industry engagement and feedback as they look to support the growth of Abu Dhabi's blockchain and Web3 ecosystem. I mean, just more bullish news coming out for Solana. Appreciate it, everybody. What's up, everyone? Phone lines are open, by the way, if anybody wants to call in or ask a question. And your support is always appreciated. Dude, what's up, man? The Musk what? Let me see, the Musk. Nawale. Dude, Notorious XRP, we were just talking about your post, brother. Shout out to you, man. Can't wait to see it, dude. Epic trailer. Epic sneak peek right here. Moving liquidity is what we do. Lightning speed. Shout out to Notorious. Dude's a real one. Mount Rushmore of the XRP community, no doubt. When do you think SHX will have another run, dude? I'm going to say towards the end of the year. And short term, it's hard to predict what's going to happen in the short term. I think there's going to be a major global catalyst that's going to be a big distraction for not only, people outside of the crypto, but I think us in crypto. It's going to be maybe another 2020 level type of global catalyst. I don't want to manifest this type of thing, trying to manifest a bright future, but we need the problem in order for the solution to be provided. And hopefully this problem gets resolved a lot quicker than what happened in 2020. So
gets resolved a lot quicker than what it did.
We know somebody's in the background here. Hey, we got a caller. We got some feedback there. We got some feedback on your side.
We know somebody's in the background here. Hey, we got a caller. We got some feedback there.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, dude? We got some feedback on your end, just letting you know.
We got some feedback on your side. We know somebody's in the background here. Hey, we got a caller.
What up, dude? We got some feedback on your end, bro.
Oh, you got me now, man?
Yeah. Just pause the YouTube in the background so we don't get any feedback.
Already just did it, bro. Hey, I had a great question, man. I was trying to get into IOTA because IOTA is going to be big on AI technology. Is there any low cap IOTA coins that would be a great investment?
This is a great question. Okay, so we like IOTA right for sure. Right now, where it's priced at, like I would say, this is like, I don't know, IOTA is going to be massive, dude. So I do agree with that. In Internet of Things, other Internet of Things type of cryptos, track. But in terms of like 000 cryptos, like Track is at a 500 million supply, close to $1 here. They have connections with IOTA as well. Other supply chain, V chain at 5 cents, right? Or 4 cents here. Damn, dude, trying to find.
Oh man, V chain. I love V chain.
Yeah, V chain's a sleeper, bro. Anybody else want to make some suggestions in the chat there? IOST. So somebody just said IOST right here, the Internet of Services token. Let me tell you the price. The price is 009. It has a 21 billion supply. So IOST.
Okay.
Let's put that one on the trash list. I don't think we got that one on the trash list. We've heard of that crypto, but all right. Oh no, it's already on the trash list. Great. IOTX. Okay. So we have IOST and IOTX for you.
Okay. Okay. Cool, man.
Yeah, let's help this guy out, guys. Anybody else? Who's on the phone? Yeah, can I ask who's on the phone? Like, what's your like name in the YouTube if you're in the chat and stuff?
Oh man, you're gonna be on the Soldier of Judah.
Oh, nice.
I got to connect. My phone.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah, man. No, that's cool that you connected through your phone. I like this Jitsi thing because it's decentralized video streaming on Akash from the Cosmos ecosystem. So been digging it.
All right, man. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. One great question. I gotta get an IOTA, but I couldn't catch a hell right now. I can't buy nothing through BitTrue, KuCoin. Is there any decentralized exchange I can buy me some IOTA, man?
I think you could get IOTA on BitTrue. No. You can't get it on BitTrue. For some reason, I tried. This is my debit card. I tried to send crypto. I tried to send some XLM over and swap it over to USDT, but it won't let me do it. Oh snap! Okay. By the way, there's a crypto that's connected with IOTA called Shimmer. That's like deep reds at 2 cents. Yeah. So Shimmer looking pretty good right there. Yeah, I like this one a lot as IOTA like pairing right there. But yeah, anybody know a good place to get IOTA? I'm able to get it on BitTrue, dude, but I haven't bought some on BitTrue in a bit. Maybe they stopped it or something, but you can get it on
no.
You can get it on Binance. Let me see what else. OKX. Okay. You can do OKX. Gate.io.
Oh, I haven't tried it yet. Okay.
Coin One.
Oh yeah, one more thing.
CoinX. Yeah, Coin One.
And one thing.
What's up?
I have. Oh, I mean to cut you. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
No. Do your thing. What's up?
Yeah. See, I have my decent wallet. I want to know is there a way I can swap it over to my IOTA from other coins? You know what I mean?
So on Decent, swap IOTA for another coin on Decent?
I don't know. Swap my coins into IOTA on my Decent wallet.
Oh, I don't know that, man. I don't know if you could. Anybody here know?
Ooh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, somebody here is saying they're able to get IOTA paired with USDT on BitTrue. Somebody else is saying Binance US. Another Internet of Things type of crypto, Helium, HNT.
Okay, cool.
What do we think of VXV?
Man, boy, you're getting together.
Yeah, dude, we'll throw a bunch of cryptos your way, man. We've been doing this thing for like 7 to 8 years, so there's a lot of cryptos we've come across that if you're looking for somewhere, we got them.
I swear, bro. Because me personally, I do not trust banks, bro. I do not keep my money in the bank,
yeah. Vector Space AI at 70 cents with 50 million supply. Not bad.
Cool.
Yeah, VXV is the ticker for that one.
Okay, man. Yeah, man. I'm glad you put me on Chase. I bought me some. I seen your stream the other day. I bought me some. Not financial. You didn't give me financial advice now. No financial advice. I bought me some SHX, some AQUA, and I think XBX. Is that it? YBX. YBX. Yeah, YBX.
All right, dude. Yeah, man. Let's go. Tigering it up.
Cool, man.
Let's go, man. Yeah, we've been trying to do more crypto Red Rush videos, trying to let people know some good right across the board cryptos out there.
Oh yes, sir. And one thing about it, one thing I learned when I see a lot of people don't know about XSwap and GBX, man. A lot of people don't know about them. Whenever I see a 000 coin or a coin that's on a penny or less, for some reason I gotta throw at least $100 in it just to see what it'll do, bro.
Right? Yeah, it's like hey, XTC ecosystem is looking tempting, dude. So I like that, man. You know, GBEX. I got $100 in it. I'm putting $100 ticket on it, right? And seeing what happens with GBEX, man.
Yeah, I'm a believer. So I got like 3 billion GBEX. I feel it got to go. Man, it's his own bank, own exchange. And me personally, the reason why I got into the XTC network anyway is I'm a truck driver, right? I know how trade finance are. I know how it is to do with all those paper BOLs, man. At the end of the year, you have like a phone book thick of just BOLs and paperwork overload, bro.
Yeah, no, the banks are going away. They're transforming into trusted automated assistants. I think that's what they're going to call them, something like that, where it seems like banks are gone, but really they're just in the form of AI. They're your AI assistant, your AI companion that will be with you, providing info and suggestions to your everyday of life. It's you know, pretty dystopian, because you don't want something like that just always around you all the time. You want some, you know, you time, of course, but like looks really like they're trying to set up like payments to be integrated with AI, and you know, you just not even having to think about payments. Just live, just enjoy your life. Don't worry about where the payments are going and how they're happening. Right?
And me personally, man, like me, yeah, man, I swear, bro. That's why I got into XRP, man. Because like whenever I buy XRP, I never see it as me spending money like I'm putting money in the bank myself, man. Because I personally believe, bro, those XRP glitches, like I seen one for like $1 million. And one time, I'll never forget, December 7th, I think it was 2021, bro, my portfolio XRP glitched on my Trust wallet. Man, that balance was like 11 billion, bro, and all this other type of stuff. And I think they just testing it to see how high it go, because I still believe XRP, it's got to be a multi-million-dollar coin, bro.
Yeah. No, and I think on the private ledger, they're testing it at very high prices, so they can know how to deal with different levels to XRPs. Like, because it just wouldn't make sense for them to not understand how to deal with a high-priced tool like this. Like, you know, yeah, right now we're seeing 50 cents, but maybe on private ledger, they're seeing like different types of numbers, like high 40Ks, $1 million, right? Just testing it at different prices to see what's happening, right? Because like they're starting to set themselves up where they're going to be sending just, you know, drops or decimal amounts of XRP to each other, because banks are going to be so greedy for XRP, they're never going to want to send one whole XRP. Maybe they send 2 to 3 whole XRP in a whole year of transacting with other banks, right? Like that type of stuff. No, you know, I know that sounds insane. I know that sounds insane, but like maybe like, okay, maybe they send a total of 100 XRP by the end of the year in terms of all the payments that they do, and like, you know, things like that.
Hey, bro, check it out. See, I'll put nothing past the bank, because you know they all greed the low like bastards. They just mad because we're ahead of them right now. They got to pay us to get rich or to keep their banks running. And the reason why I'm so heavily invested in XRP, a lot of people don't understand Ripple is not partnering with banks, not banks, but not partnering with companies. They partnering with whole entire countries. The Bank of Japan. I think the Bank of Australia too, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't understand. XRP is trying to like a global takeover of the whole like international financial system, because I know BIS dealing with them. Who else? I can't remember, but
Daniel, that is a possibility.
A lot of heavy hitters, man.
So somebody's bringing up a question: will we be able to establish our own sovereign nation with our XRP? I think so. I think so, man. I think so, man. If we all got together and we're basically the leaders of XRP, or, you know, have enough money to basically do something like that, I think I do believe this is a life-changing technology, and I do think XRP is supposed to be valued at a high price in order for true global interoperability and payments to happen seamlessly and efficiently. Higher prices make payments cheaper.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And I was trying to tell people like, bro, like the amount of see me personally, I'm heavy investing in XRP. I tell people like, look, bro, all you need to do is put like $100 in there and just hold on for dear life, bro.
Yeah.
In the long run, it will pay off. At least to me personally, like
it's like my savings account, dude.
Say it again, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah, XRP is like my savings account, bro.
Bro, this is like, bro. I'm a truck driver, right? I get automatic withdrawals from my Uphold account. From my bank account to my Uphold account. And I transfer my decent wallet, bro. Like, every time I spend the money on the road, I buy XRP. I'm like, man, wait a minute. XRP is not going anywhere, bro. They try to push it out right now, but it's not going anywhere, bro. Every time it dips, bro, I buy more, man. I could care less, bro. I'm never going to sell my XRP. I believe I'm planning on sticking with the AMM. That'd be a great investment to me, in my opinion.
Right. We got Brett McAllister. Could XRP be programmed to be different prices each transaction? I don't think so. I don't think so, because there needs to be that level playing field between. I think maybe between trusted transactions, you can set the rules however you want, but I don't think you can do that on the ledger, because that would just be too crazy for each transaction. Like, dude, like maybe sure that's how an average price for XRP gets decided, but like we're talking about like millions of transactions happening daily through the XRP ledger, and for each one to have its own price, that's ridiculous, dude. But I mean, I like the question, I like the idea. Miles P, dude, I've been waiting to see Miles P. Where's Miles P been, dude? Because Miles P, if you guys don't remember, man, we got to give a double door clap to freaking Miles P right here, dude. This dude took some profits from SHX at around a penny or so, rolled it on over to XPX and the 000s, and now freaking XPX starting to do its thing. Miles P's feeling like he could do no wrong over here. Shout out to Miles P making some extra profits on top of its profits right here. Dude, you know, I'm excited to see where XPX is going to be going. By the way, we have the XPX emoji now for the Green Giants, man. So we have the XPX for the emoji for the Green Giants going. If you want to do Aquarius, you just have to type down the Aquarius and use the you know, the actual sign for Aquarius. There's the Aquarius emoji right there for y'all. And then yeah, if you guys want to rep some XPX love right now, let's do it. What's up, man?
Oh, yeah, I got a question. When it comes to taking my AQUA to ICE, how do I do it? Is it like a Stellar wallet I go to, or? So
ICE isn't okay. ICE, what ICE does when you turn your AQUA into ICE, what it does is it allows you to participate in voting for liquidity pools. It's very good to do the votes so you can increase liquidity pool rewards on your. So first and foremost, you have to have a liquidity pool with XLM and AQUA, or AQUA paired up with something, right? First and foremost, I do XLM and AQUA because that's the main base, right? Dude, Miles P, much love to you, brother. Thanks for the $10 donation, my man. Shout out to Miles P. Legend, dude. Legend, making some killer profits. Dude, it went to 1,400 last night. 1,400. Insane. But yeah, doing an XLM AQUA liquidity pool, first and foremost. Then, if you have some extra AQUA, freezing some of that AQUA for however long desired of time, you'll receive a certain amount of ICE depending on how you lock it, how long you lock it. Using the ICE to do votes. If you don't use the ICE, it's kind of okay, but you still get liquidity rewards from your LPs and increase and boosts the LP rewards because you froze your AQUA. But that's the whole point of ICE. You freeze AQUA to boost your LP rewards in AQUA, because your LP rewards are AQUA. So that's how you're staking it, if you get what I'm saying. And by holding like XLM, you get passive, you know, AQUA for that as well.
Oh, man, that's cool, man. Cool, man. Cool. I appreciate your help, man.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
This phone, man. I thank you again, brother.
Yeah, awesome, dude. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate you, bro. And yeah, anytime you want to call up again, feel free, dude. Good questions, and I'm sure a lot of people have them in the chat as well, and they're appreciating you.
Yeah, thank you again, man.
All right, thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, coming on the news here as well. So yeah, we got AQUA doing its thing, preparing for DeFi. Very excited for AQUA. Dude, guys, SHX 000's doing its thing, graduating from there. XPX graduating from 000's. AQUA graduating from 000's. Right? What was our other 000 one? What was our other 000 crypto that we just talked about? Oh, XPR going from 000's. I mean, beauties, dude. I can get XPX because I don't want to F with Tether. Oh, I see what you're saying, Chris. I like the call-in feature, G. Thank you, Love Live Heal. Appreciate you. Yeah, phone lines are open if anybody wants to call in. Ask any questions. Shout out to Blue Crew. You know, appreciate y'all. Miles P, dude, once again, thank you for your donation. Chris has issues. Thanks for the freaking sprinkling green giant statuses to a whole bunch of new green giants, man. Much love to you, bro. All right. More news. Yeah, we talked about WorldCoin Surge. We talked about Solana Foundation with Abu Dhabi. Talked about Corium and ISO 222. Dude, Corium is one of the, I guess it's the new poster boy deep red, man. Because we're starting to run out of them. We're starting to run out of, you know, trying to find these deep reds for y'all. But if, you know, there we go. Corium, 79% down on the year at 13 cents. Holy cow, Corium. Looking like an amazing deep red here with its ISO connections, its Cosmos connections, its XRPL connections. Check out this piece of news. We're excited to partner. So this is Calgary Blockchain Society. We're excited to partner with Corium Official. Corium is an enterprise-grade blockchain offering smart contracts, IBC compatibility, XRPL connectivity, and ISO 222 compliance. Students will benefit from Web3 workshop support to deploy a DAO and mentorship opportunities. New partnership, UCalgary, Blockchain Society, Corium, XRPL connectivity, IBC compatibility, smart tokens, super ledger. Let's go. Let's freaking go, Corium, dude. 13 cents right now. What an opportunity. What an opportunity. I got XPX on MetaMask through BNB chain. Yep, that's an option too. That's an option too. Yeah, they're going to shake everyone out of XRP as liquidity pools with all that impermanent loss. Yeah, that's... Dude, liquidity pools aren't for everybody, man. Like, people get excited about LPs, but like, you know, I'm more excited about staking features. That's what I like. I like being able to stake and earn interest, right? Just straight up, no, not having to worry about losing my crypto. LP, you can make some really good gains. Don't get me wrong, but you got to know how to play the LP right, you know? All right, moving on. Shout out to Notorious XRP again. Much love to him. Shout out to Crypto Banker SHX. Check this out. If you want to see a blueprint for what SHX and Stronghold will potentially look like once US clears regulations are in place, then look at Velo. It's the SHX of Asia built on Stellar Org with the backing of Jed. It'll be the next thing the XRP army figure out is a gem. Dude, Blue Crew here knows Velo is going to do some things. Yeah, Velo hasn't woken up yet to the XLM hype, man. And Velo is known to do some numbers as well. Loving those connections is, you know, SHX perfectly put right there. Shout out to him, man. Crypto Banker SHX. More big news for Solana. The Brave Rewards program is now live on Solana. Self-custody on-chain rewards program at scale, only possible on Solana. Brave Rewards, Brave Software posting themselves. Brave Rewards is officially going on-chain with Solana. Starting today, select users will have the option to receive their monthly BAT rewards to a Solana address they own. Details in the thread. Earn BAT on-chain with Solana. I'm looking for, dude, BAT token has been a sleeper, right? We always try to come back to talking about this crypto because it did some good stuff in the last bull cycle. Already on the trash list, still at 25 cents for BAT token. All-time high was at $1.91 for BAT. I mean, dude, been using Brave for years now. And no issues. No issues whatsoever, right? No problem compared to Chrome. You know, I'm sure more and more users have been, you know, adapting and, you know, downloading Brave and using it. BAT, I think, is undervalued here with a supply of 1.5 billion. Another great kid crypto, by the way. Another great kid crypto, Hardiaka portfolio right there. Connection with Solana and BAT, right? Oh, did we get a new subscriber? Shout out to you, Sean Smart. Thank you, man. Thanks for this support. It's good to hear the tiger running across the board there. I'll stick to trading. LPs too much risk, not enough reward. I mean, I like doing futures and stuff like that, man. I like doing longs and shorts, and you know, I've been trying to short BTC because I feel like a crash is imminent. So I've been just trying to throw little swings at shorting BTC here and hoping not to get liquidated. I don't mind it proving me wrong though, because it makes the alts that I have like go up. So it's like a little game that I'm trying to play here. Been using Brave for like 3 years and it's my dude. Yeah, it's the only browser I've been using like nonstop. It's great. It's great. I have no complaints about it. We got a microdose, Luis, right here. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for the $5 donation. Much love to you, bro. I am so grateful, you guys. Like, guys, you guys have made the channel so much more fun. Like, in the past 2 years, it has been really tough sledding with, like, you know, having 10, 14, 15 people maybe per stream tuning in, right? So I am just so grateful to Extra Bullish Hour, XRP Bags, right? Like, thank you for, you know, allowing us on your platform, dude. Always going to be grateful for that. Same to, you know, Coffee Time with Uncle Buster and Berserker and XRP Boardroom, Crypto Navigator, just the community that's building out, Rain as well. Like, thank you guys so much, man. Much love to all of y'all. Hell, shout out to Nerdy as well. Never use leverage, spot trading, but definitely look into short BTC on margin within these levels. All right, there we go. Bags is the man. Dude, Bags is the man, bro. Bags is the man. Luis is the man. Miles P is the man. Chris Has Issues is the man. Crypto Navigator is the man. Animals the man. Much love to you guys. Crypto Navigator, shout out to you, dude. The World Bank is the first of its kind blue carbon readiness framework, empowers governments to tap into their full blue, I love that, full blue carbon potential to benefit people and the planet. Oh man, I hope pro blue, pro ocean, look at that, pro blue and ocean. I hope that means ocean protocol. I hope that means Ripple. I hope that means liquidity. I hope, you know, hey, that blue green cryptos, that's definitely a thing, man. That's why we like the blue cryptos. If you blue it, they'll come. You got some of the, yeah, I appreciate you, man. Stefan, shout out to you, dude. Tony Bags, dude. Tony Bags has been jumping on these multiple zero cryptos, man. He's been jumping on the XDBs, jumping on Kin, right? And dude, he's getting excited about Kin. He's seeing the light here with Kin as well. I mean, Kin is, dude, if I'm blown away by the Get Code app, which I certainly hope I'm going to be, yeah, Kin is going to be fire, dude. Kin, very excited to see what that's going to be doing once it releases on Android. You can download the Get Code app on Apple. If anybody has it on Apple, please let me know what you think your experience is with Kin if you use this stuff. It's all started again from the beginning. Interesting. Tony Bags is an OG, that's why. Agree, he got me a huge bag when SHX shot up. Dude, much love to y'all, man. We got Ripple. How does the crypto world adapt and thrive amidst market volatility and technological evolution? Brad Chase. You guys know who Brad Chase is. We got to check this out. We have to check this out if it's Lightside Gary. Brad Chase is Lightside Gary. Recently joined the Tech Talks daily podcast to discuss liquidity management, the rising influence of AI, and the road ahead in 2024. Machines have to make payments, y'all, and they're going to want to use the best payments token. Dude, Chris Larson was talking about machine-to-machine payments in 2014, y'all. There's interviews going that far back about Ripple talking about XRP for machine-to-machine payments. Right? Oh, man. Okay, so here's Brad Chase's face right there. This dude is Lightside Gary. He just looks like the better, just the Ripple's version of Gary Gensler. You got the SEC's version of this guy, and it's Gary. And then you got Ripple with their version, and he's just the much better version. He's the superhero version of Gary Gensler. It's funny that we haven't heard about Brad Chase. You know, he might have been newly onboarded, but, you know, it's just funny that post-SEC, all of a sudden we start seeing Lightside Gary showing up in a big way here, man. Gotta love Brad Chase. It's a little inside joke of the Blue Crew that we've had for going on for a while. We had a video where we literally put these two side by side. Like the nose, the face. I mean, he has hair. Gary doesn't, right? Gary's like Sith Lord, right? Lightside Gary here. He's just a handsome dude. He works out. But, oh, dang, dude, this is a 20-minute interview. Okay, we'll save this for the end of the stream because I think we should hear it, man. Anything Brad Chase has to say is probably some really good stuff. He is a bot. Yeah, he's the not scary Gary, for sure. Very charismatic, just a really cool dude. You wouldn't mind drinking a beer with this dude. Crypto Navigator thinking I was thinking the same thing. There you go. Dude, he's Brightside Gary, man. He's Lightside Gary, no doubt. John Kalunga, appreciate you, man. Dude, we got tigers running in right now. We had some freaking green giants just stepping in, you know, making large steps, right? Snagging moons. Now we got freaking large tigers just running across the land. Appreciate you guys. I'm so grateful for your support, you guys. We're almost to 50 likes on a stream. Like, dude, this would be considered a very successful stream, you know, back in the day. And now it's happening like almost daily. And I appreciate you guys. We're going to keep trying. If you guys keep trying, because you never know what you're going to find in the trash.
I'm going to keep trying if you guys keep trying. Let's keep rocking and rolling, man.
I mean, man, we found some amazing shit out there today. I mean, the kind of shit I didn't think you could find in the trash, you know? I mean, man.
Right? Just on top of our trash mountains with our sabers, just hollering at the moon that freaking 000 SHX went through. AQUA went through. XPX went through. Let's go, Blue Crew. Shout out to everybody here. NLT's going through. Let's go. Yeah. GDLT, you need to build a masterclass about crypto because you do diversified knowledge, a little bit of each coin, and you know your crypto terminologies. Appreciate you, Love Live Heal. Much love to you. I'm like number 48. What's up, Rye Guy? How you doing, man? Trash can turn into crypto stash. There we go. 12-hour day fix some stuff. There we go. Hey, Rye Guy, putting in the work, dude. Shout out to you, man. Now we're just chilling. Now we're just hanging with the Blue Crew. So Blockchain Reporter reporting, BitMEX founder Arthur Hayes endorses Flare Network in the wake of Flare's recent announcement of XDeFi, this first compliant decentralized future protocol. So yeah, big move for the Flare networks as well. And I'm bullish on Flare, man. I like Flare sub a nickel for sure, accumulating as much of this layer one type of crypto. And hopefully they're really following through with what they're trying to do here with their project. And, you know, hey, I don't mind being super early days on this crypto. You know, that's what it's all about. Right. And if we're just starting to see Flare starting to build out a behemoth here, I'm excited to see where this thing's going to be 3 years from now, 2 years from now. And hopefully being one of the top smart contract protocols that are out there. What's up, Stefan? I love fishing with fish and chips and don't know what I know. Thanks for sharing. Love chips and fish. Dude, I love fish and chips too, man. Fish and chips are always really good, especially when made well. Looking at that polyastic next. For PolX, you're looking at PolX. This one's nice, dude. This one was on our, crypto red rush earlier today. Yeah. PolX, dude, because Polygon hasn't started getting much love yet, right? I think Polygon's going to have its wave of hype, and this ecosystem is going to be interesting to be looking into. And Polyastic here and PolX, you know, they're active. They're still doing their thing. Cheers to you, Rye Guy. Cheers to you, man. Let me get a sip of water really quick. But yeah, Polyastic here, you know, just in the last 12 hours, unlock precise navigation with Polyastic AI Advisor, gain real-time insights, and amplify your crypto confidence with our cutting-edge tools. Stay tuned for exciting updates regarding product development. PolX, AI, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon. AI solutions are taking front and center. Polyastic is aiming to be a big player in this movement. We're shaping the future of crypto index protocols by harnessing the power of AI. So yeah, hey, I like that they're, you know, they're saying the right things. You know, everybody's all about the AI stuff right now. And Polastic or Polyastic and what they're trying to do here as the first premium set of digital asset indexes. Excited to see what this could do. You know, especially at this, you know, price range. Why not hodl a million of these and just see what ends up happening? 99 billion total supply. Like, to be able to get a chance at a million of these with that type of supply and just hodling on and seeing what happens in the future, like, you know, especially if Polygon starts taking off and, you know, they're really following through with their AI stuff. You know, I'm excited to see what can go on there with Polyastic. Let's see if we have any more news, guys. We'll start jumping into the greedy greens, the deep reds. Appreciate y'all. Malt vinegar all day. Time for a puff, I think. I think so, right, guy? I think so, but, you know, phone lines are open too, man, if you want to jump on in and say what's up. But I understand you've been doing a hard work day and you're just looking to chill. No pressure. Anybody here. By the way, phone lines are open if you guys want to call in and ask a question. No worries. If you're just chilling, I get it. I get it. Is XPX a good investment now, or do you think it'll pull back? What will happen first? Dude, that's a hard question. Like, I just don't like chasing pumps, man. It's just not part of you know, if I do chase a pump, I'm setting myself up for failure right away in the short term. But in the long term, you know, I feel like it's still a good investment, right? But I just don't like chasing pumps. So this was a 000 crypto. We'll see where it, you know, now I like playing with the house money and stuff like that, right? And seeing, I'm not taking profits just yet because I expect some higher prices for XPX. But I don't know if this is a good point of entry, man. Once again, not a financial advisor, not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. Always wrong. Blue Crew, always right. I don't even know what type of money you're dealing with, dude. So I think it's an interesting, you know, speculative look and swing. It was a good swing for the fences, just like SHX was. They're just good swings for the fences, trying to take limited risk, right? Trying to limit our risk and trying to get possibly high reward out of it. And, you know, sometimes it pays off. Sometimes it doesn't, man. Sometimes it don't, but we just don't like chasing pumps, man. There's deep reds out there that we're going to jump into that maybe look like better opportunities to jump into right now. In 2023, SHX or ACH network safely, securely handled $31.5 billion in payments. Nacha is proud to govern the thriving ACH network, helping millions of businesses and consumers move money between U.S. banks and credit unions in just hours. So excited to see what, you know, what XRP's connection with Nacha is with Ripple and SHX and Stronghold, and seeing how this may be benefiting the ACH network of Nacha. Anatoly saying a stateless atomic state machine synchronized at the speed of light. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? So yeah, I mean, hey, it's an Icarus project for sure. Solana is striving for the stars, striving for the sun, man. Is it going to burn down? Is it wings of wax going to burn and cause Icarus to fall, or is it going to really follow through and be this like just synchronized with the speed of light machine that Solana's striving to do? We'll see. Couple thousand, there we go. You're looking to throw a couple thousand into the space, man? Damn, dude. I mean, you could get yourself a million XPX and then just see what ends up happening, but we're gonna look into the deep reds, man. We'll see what ends up happening, dude. Once again, I'll never tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, not a pro trader. We're almost to 50 likes as we get close to the end of the news stream or of the news talk here. Just reposting from 2022, guys. This was from 2022. Top DLT fintechs according to the BIS: Dragonfly Fintech, XPX, Ripple, XRP, Stellar, XLM, R3, XDC. All four are must-haves in a portfolio. I mean, dude, if these are the ones that are being considered for CBDC distribution and settlement and solutions, then these are the ones I want to have in my portfolio without a doubt, right? ECB officials opine Bitcoin's fair value is still zero despite spot ETF approvals in the US. That's some interesting, hey, maybe we do see the value of Bitcoin go to zero, dude. Maybe we do. By the way, shout out to the Electronium Blue Lightning love, man. Digital Pound Foundation saying Green Gauge has joined the growing lineup of members. Accenture, Avalanche, Electronium, Fireblocks, Ripple, Quant. Dude, Electronium is the smallest cap of all these projects that are on here. And that's why we are very bullish on ETN Blue Lightning, because I think Lightning will strike with this crypto, and then all of a sudden we're above 003, 004, above a penny, right? All-time high was at 22 cents for this crypto. Very excited. It's already started to show some life right here. But yeah, Electronium very bullish on in the future. We've already had Blue Dragon doing its thing. We had the Blue Castle do its thing. We had the Purple Water Moat of AQUA doing its thing. Blue Lightning's going to start stepping up and doing its thing for sure. $1,000 on XPX on Tuesday is now $1,500, so it's moving for sure. Dude, yeah, hey, I like that XPX has been starting to move. I mean, that was a major surprise seeing it go from 0008s to 0014, and it looks like it still has some really good bullish momentum behind it. Like, we're not seeing it going back down to the 0009 ranges yet. We'll see what ends up happening. I got a feeling this may be a good bullish weekend, but we'll see. We'll see. I just hope this starts carrying it. Dude, I feel like a penny is almost achievable more quickly for Proxima than even how SHX got it. I know that's ridiculous to say, but if you look at the supply of XPX of 9 billion versus SHX's, what, 100 billion, right? Like, XPX could possibly hit a penny. Dude, let's go. Let's go, Blue Crew. Are we really seriously even talking about a penny XPX? Let's freaking go, man. All right, so that's the news, you guys. Let's jump into our lists right here. Let's jump into the deep reds. Let's try to find some opportunities here. So we're jumping into the track, or is this the Blue Crew list? This is the Blue Crew list right here. So on the Blue Crew list, looks like XDB is the deep red of the Blue Crew list. EWT, we love EWT at around these price ranges. Gala, Vega, I like Vega a lot, under $1. DAG at 5 cents is awesome. Electronium, just trying to capture that Blue Lightning as well. So those would be some of the deep reds in our Blue Crew list. Going over to the trash list. How's everybody doing? Silver Days, always appreciating the bullishness, dude. Much love to y'all, man. Already 52 likes. SHX did it. SHX is holding a penny, no joke. Dude, SHX is doing its thing, man. SHX, the Blue Castle is holding strong. It's a strong hold. Let's go. Jumping into the deep reds in the trash. Sora XOR, dude, high risk with this crypto. No freaking doubt about it. I mean, I've been going in and out of liking this crypto, not liking this crypto. I don't even know what to think about with this crypto. But hey, it's got CBDC connections. I don't like that you have to burn this crypto to get another crypto that they're promoting right now. It's kind of a major turnoff for me. But hey, it's still a deep red crypto at the end of the day. And CBDC connections, XOR, Polkadot connections. Interested to see what goes down with that. Dovu, still at 000246 range right here. Some have said that they've seen it only at 0003 range. I guess it just depends on where, they're getting their price data from, that it's at that price range. But Dovu, interesting project nonetheless in the 000s range. Low supply, high dollar at 000528 as red across the board. I mean, very highly speculative with most of these cryptos, man. Like, just super high risk. Like, nothing to really feel confident in as much, right? Mobile coin, XDB looking really good. 80% down for both of these. Mobile XDB, you can be staking, or earning rewards, earning airdrops. 000509, liking what XDB chain is doing. Mobile coin, MOB, Greg Kidd portfolio, Hardiaka. This one could come out of nowhere at 33 cents with 100 mil supply. I am liking that one. Fury token, still a good swing for the fences here. Get 1 million of these, see what ends up happening. Who knows with Fury as the game gets closer to coming out. Hopefully it is a successful game on the XRPL and really shows what it could do. That would be tremendous. Oh, did we finally just get Luis's donation, man? Shout out to you, Luis. Dropping his Interledger eggs in the cup right there. Appreciate you, my dude. Much love, bro. What else do we got? We got Juno Network, definitely poster boy Deep Red. It's on our Crypto Red Rush episode that we posted today. We've been trying to post more Crypto Red Rush episodes for you guys so you guys can see what the Deep Reds are, especially when the opportunities are there. I'll try to post a video of a Crypto Red Rush, maybe weekly, like once a week I'll do a Crypto Red Rush, and then maybe we can even review those Crypto Red Rushes to see what those cryptos have done in the past week. But Juno, I am liking, and the Cosmos ecosystem delegating this crypto, compounding the interest, seeing what ends up happening with 185 max supply at 31 cents, all-time high of $46. I mean, we don't even need to go to all-time high to see some filthy gains for the Juno network. Shimmer, right across the board, connected with the IOTA ecosystem at 2 cents. People are sleeping on IOTA in general, so Shimmer massively slept on without a doubt at 2 cents here. Interesting one to have in the portfolio, without a doubt. Let's see. Yeah, those are the deep reds in the trash list right there. Go to the, Corium and GBEX are basically the only 2 deep reds. I mean, you can mess with Cypherium, high risk for sure with Cypherium, but it could be high reward, and all of a sudden it's 4 cents the next day or 5 cents the next day, right? But yeah, Corium, CPH, and GBEX are the ones in the deep reds right now. If XPR goes back down to 0000900s, yeah, I would like to be accumulating anything at 000 with ISO 222 attached to it. But yeah, guys, that's about it. There we go. Let's do our GDLT token giveaway. Much love to everybody who tuned in for today's stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all the info that we have come across. We do this thing freaking daily, man. We got the eye of the tiger. We got a relentless freaking work ethic, dude. We work separate jobs outside of this thing. I would love for this to be my main thing, and your guys' support, just keeps me going, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. So yeah, let's do this this GDLT token giveaway. Let me write down which crypto that I am thinking about. Shout out to everybody here. Much love to the Blue Crew. All right. So as you guys know, we have an ISO 222 list. You guys can start guessing if you want. I'm going to go down the list here, but you guys can start guessing. This is going to be for 3 GDLT token. Let's go. So we got XRP, ADA, Chainlink, HBAR, XLM, VChain, Algo, QNT, IOTA, XTC, Casper, LCX, XVG, Solo, LTO, XPR, XX, XPX, CPH, SHX, Metal, and Corium. Which one of these am I thinking about for 3 GDLT token? If you guys don't know what GDLT token is, it's the community token. It's the stream token. We created it back in 2022. We have fully distributed it to everybody in the Blue Crew, right? They all got an airdrop. They have way more than I do. I have 6,000 or so. I'm very transparent with where I'm at with my GDLT token. Maybe one day I'll have to not be so transparent because I'm going to probably want to accumulate it because you guys are making me bullish on my own token. But shout out to you. Much love to it. So let's see what guesses we got here. We got to put the countdown timer while we're at it. I'm sure somebody's guessed it by this time. But then, nonetheless, we got to do our thing and put the countdown timer. Oh, you guys are like, all right, LTO. Yeah, dude, LTO. We'll tell you about all the ISO 222 cryptos. And if there's a new ISO 222 crypto that we don't have on that list that has their name directly connected to ISO 222, please let me know. We will send you some GDLT token your way. That is our bounty for the stream. Okay, so countdown clock is going. Let's see. We got nope, not XPX, not XRP, not Corium, not XOR, not XLM, not XDR, not ADA, not PolX, not XRP, not VChain, not Fury, not XLM, not ETH, not XTC, not XRP, not Corium, not ADA, not Kin, not Casper, not VChain, not IOTA, not XCX, not Algo, not SHX, not LTO, not QNT, not TRX, not XDB, not IOTA, not KIN, not XPX. Oh, we're starting to run out of time. You guys got 15 seconds here. Not Metal, not Algo, not AVAX, not Ply. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Blue Crew. Sorry, Blue Crew. That is it. No dice. Sorry, y'all. We win again. Not many times in a row, but it was XVG. We were thinking of XVG, Blue Crew. XVG, the Verge token. Surprising that that one's an ISO 222 crypto, right? Always feel that way when I think about it. Love XX Network. Love XX Network. But that wasn't it. But guys, thank you. So we're rolling it over. Hey, I'll keep trying if you guys keep trying. Much love to all of y'all.
I'm gonna keep trying if you guys keep trying. Let's keep rocking and rolling, man.
Much love to y'all, man. We'll keep rocking and rolling. You guys are amazing. How about we end out this stream on Brad Chase's 20-minute interview here, you guys. We're going to be also doing a Blue Castle stream right after this one on our channel. If you guys don't know the Blue Castle streams are just basically a more free type of stream where we keep it on the charts most of the time, our Blue Crew ISO 222 list, to see what are the top gainers on the ISO 222 list or the Blue Crew list or trash list, right? But you know, sometimes we jump on there and we're doing like, you know, video calls or just talking with the community or jumping in to talk with y'all, right? That the Blue Castle stream goes on for a much longer time than these streams. And, you know, I appreciate the amount of people who have been tuning in there and communicating and talking with each other, using it as a chat room to like talk with the Blue Crew and ask questions and understand more things. That's what it's all about. So I am grateful to all of y'all. Let's check out what Brad Chase here, Lightside Gary, has to do or has to say. What does he have to say about Ripple AI ML powered liquidity hub benefits? Let's check it out. Much love to all of y'all. Here we go.
Welcome to another episode of the Tech Talks Daily podcast. And today we're diving deep into the world of crypto, blockchain, and so much more. And I've got a very special guest joining me. His name is Brad Chase, and he's from Ripple. And now, as the industry grapples with tumultuous times and transformative changes, Brad's going to bring a unique perspective on the challenges and innovations that are shaping the future of digital finance. From the fall of giants like FTX to the pioneering solutions at Ripple, I want to explore the intricate world of crypto liquidity, AI's role in this ever-evolving landscape, and also what the future holds for this rapidly changing sector. So whether you are a crypto enthusiast, an investor, or just somebody that's curious about the future, where this is going to lead, I invite you to join me in unraveling the complexities of all this and more with Brad Chase. So buckle up and hold on tight, because no matter where you are in the world right now, it's time to beam your ears to sunny Florida, where Brad Chase from Ripple is waiting to join us. So a massive warm welcome to the show, Brad. Can you tell everyone listening a little about who you are and what you do?
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for having me, Neil. My name is Brad Chase, and I lead our liquidity teams at Ripple. Ripple is an enterprise crypto company, and we're really focused on making it, simple and efficient to move value across the world using crypto and blockchain. We're a little over 10 years old, have been very focused in the cross-border payment space, and more recently have brought in to solve other areas like digital asset liquidity management, digital asset custody and tokenization, and just, really been a fantastic experience for me to be part of this journey of bringing crypto to solve problems in our financial space.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you join me today. I think all areas of crypto and blockchain have got this passionate community that we all know and love. But today, rather than talk about that side of things, I want to talk about some of the real world problems, challenges, and also opportunities, of course. So to set the scene for our conversation today, what would you say are the current liquidity challenges the industry is currently facing, and what are the pitfalls with some of the liquidity management solutions that are available today, just to set the scene for the chat?
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of the way I think about this is really through the lens of Ripple strategy. And that is, on the one hand, looking at challenges, our customers face generally, whether they're using digital assets or not, or blockchain or not, why we believe blockchain is important as a way to solve those challenges. And then as a result, what are those liquidity challenges we face in bringing blockchain to bear? And kind of unpacking that a little bit. So, again, we're very focused on this moving value. There's this Internet of Value vision that Ripple wants to help bring about, which is making it as easy to move value as you can move information today. Part of the challenge there is a lot of our kind of the foundational elements of our global financial system is pretty old. It's, hasn't really changed much since the 70s. Certainly higher up the stack, you've got something, but really that kind of foundational layer is quite old. And as a result, that means, it's very hard to actually settle and move funds in that same real-time, traceable, visible manner that you do when you send an email. And so, we believe blockchain and digital asset technologies are the things that actually can go help solve that. So there's this $130 trillion cross-border payments market that we believe, leveraging kind of the single source of truth, open, distributed, kind of always available abilities of blockchain technology is huge. But the distinction there is if we're kind of going in and replacing that infrastructure, some of the money that's sitting in that infrastructure, so the actual liquidity that lets you trade, has not yet kind of flowed as to be the same scale in the crypto space, just because it's newer and more nascent. And so, part of the challenge is, as we're trying to deliver that customer experience that's, fantastic for our payments customers, where they really get that highly reliable cross-border payment at low cost and kind of quickly, is kind of behind the scenes, having those integrations with various liquidity platforms, having liquidity partners, having all the additional kind of compliance things that over those, 50 odd years in kind of our legacy financial system have been developed. We need to kind of start to build those pieces and learn from those elements to kind of deliver the same for digital asset adoption.
And is there anything that you're able to share around how at Ripple you're actively building an almost blueprint for the crypto industry that will better enhance liquidity management, especially considering some of the recent setbacks like the collapse of platforms such as FTX, because it's a huge talking point right now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 2023 was definitely a tough year for the industry. But at the same time, I'd say in many ways, it helps validate the way in which at least Ripple approaches the problem, which I think other enterprises and financial institutions approach the problem. And that is really focusing on a use case, solving it end-to-end in a way that has kind of the highest standards and can be best in class for those customers, and then walking backwards to see what elements of that strategy can you apply to other areas of finance value movement. So concretely for Ripple, that is, again, we started with this cross-border payment space for the reasons I spoke above. Along that journey, as we've been solving this for our customers, we've really had to go deep in liquidity management. So again, building our liquidity and trading platforms, integrations, partnerships, compliance services, and all these things that, take time to do well. Maybe some folks in the space that didn't do that, unfortunately. But then once you have those things, you can go look and say, hey, today we're able to solve a cross-border payment for a remittance company. But maybe there's a new company that wants to sell, luxury goods that's looking to accept, stable coins or, offer NFTs. They're going to have similar needs to manage liquidity and tap into that crypto liquidity so that their customers can kind of bridge that fiat system into the digital asset system. And so what we've done with, say, Liquidity Hub product that I've had the opportunity to lead is kind of take out that infrastructure we built for payments, but recognize its foundational infrastructure for other parts and other business use cases. And so that's really our blueprint that I think, honestly, others in the industry think about as well. But given how new we are, there's all these bits and pieces that as you start to solve a specific use case, you see, the next use case is going to need a little bit of this too. And so I think that also combats kind of some of the downsides that we've seen in the past year where, as you get good at that, it kind of matures the ecosystem at large. And so that's very much, Ripple is very excited to continue that journey of finding new elements of infrastructure that then can be applied to different end-to-end use cases for customers.
And if we look back a few years ago, I think all anyone was talking about was the excitement around blockchain and crypto. And then, of course, artificial intelligence, Gen AI stole some of its thunder and some of those big headlines of excitement. But I've always said, for me, the real exciting things happen is when these emerging technologies begin to converge. So with that in mind, what role do you see AI and machine learning playing in predicting customer demand for assets? And how does this inform liquidity management too?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Same thing. I think that's just also the fun part of being in these industries that are working new technologies is actually starting to see how they connect with others, and very true at Ripple. So machine learning and AI are things that we already do at Ripple. We think are very important. In the way in which we think about it is, our goal is to provide that very consistent, high caliber customer experience. But for payments, I think like there's parts of that are, decisions that have to be made on the scale of 27 million, payments and $50 billion worth of cross-border payments that we've done with our solution over the years. So you can't have kind of simple strategies that run at that scale. And so AI and ML are the things that let you do that, right? So they help you forecast, make our best estimates of the future for things that are not fully predictable, say like exchange rates or volatility or market supply, and then lets you kind of systematically optimize trade-offs in a way that kind of reduces costs for our customers, but keeps resiliency and kind of the high number of nines that we can for delivering those payments. And in kind of really building towards almost like a mini logistics platform where you have forecasting, planning, execution systems that all come together that give that consistency. And, before Ripple, I worked in high-frequency trading space. So, many of those same kind of forecasting and risk management technologies can be applied here. But really, there's no other way to do it. You need AI and ML to do this well at the scale and consistency and the speed with which we want to deliver for our customers.
And as conversations around AI and crypto increase, do you anticipate that AI could further disrupt the industry, or do you think that both technologies can ultimately complement one another?
Yeah, I'm always that kind of optimistic person. So definitely complementary. In fact, I mean, I guess there's some interesting parallels, and then I think the ways in which they converge with each other. So the interesting parallel for me, like as you highlighted over the past year, we've really had generative AI, large language models come to the fore, and really almost like a step change in the capabilities in that space. But if you look back, like the seeds of deep learning, neural networks goes back, I think, to the 70s and early 80s. And so I think it's just telling that, going from a new technology to it actually being integrated in products, being a part of people's lives where it like becomes just part of the fabric of what we do takes time. And crypto is very much in that, that kind of phase of its journey as well, where I think Satoshi's white paper came out in 2008, we're 15 years later. And so, we're still embedding it in the technology. But then if you think about how they kind of work together, so obviously as I just shared, there's very much the use of AML to how we fulfill liquidity, how we kind of do that logistics of crypto liquidity and payments for our customers. I think there's other ways that specifically large language models and the new generative AIs can be relevant for, say, compliance, KYC, AML, where we can kind of use that technology to reduce the burden on customers, kind of increase the efficiency of our own teams. I think just customer support, we've seen both well done and not well done. The use of, ChatGPT for doing customer service. I think it's a great place to start. We definitely need to make it better, but I think there is a lot of value there in how customers integrate and interact with our services. On the flip side, I think there's interesting questions about what crypto can do for AI. Actually, again, with generative AI, a lot of the questions are around, authenticity, copyright, kind of provenance. And that's actually a thing that blockchain does quite well. It can, the amazing part, and the way I think about blockchain technology that's just mind-blowing to me is basically this shared infrastructure that is open, that anyone can participate in, and enables these different parties that have no pre-existing agreements or arrangements to reach a shared source of truth. So I think applying that to some of the data, some of the content generated by LLMs, I think is a place where crypto might actually help speed the adoption of AI. So, very much exciting to kind of have both of these technologies at the forefront now and kind of being part of the industry that gets to figure out how they can be combined.
100% with you on that. We already find ourselves in February 2024, and there's a lot of excitement and predictions around Bitcoin, ETFs, etc. But I'm curious, as someone right in the heart of this space, what trends do you think will see further emerge this year for the crypto industry? Because there's a lot going on at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the ETF approvals are a sign of one trend that I've seen in the last year. I think we'll see a lot of this year, which is that institutional adoption. Which is really kind of maybe a couple elements for why we've gotten here, where I see it going. So one would be we've had a couple of these up and down cycles throughout crypto, and crypto stayed around. And so I think that's given confidence for institutions that it's a thing that can be relied on to solve the problems that they've seen, kind of the early signs of success, be it cross-border payments or otherwise. And the great thing, though, is this is kind of a virtuous cycle. So as we have the institutions leading in, kind of the compliance, the stability will grow. We'll attract others to the space to kind of continue to level those up. And then as a result of that, more institutions will lean in. And so I think it's just a fantastic cycle that will just accelerate as it's happening. So I think we've seen early in the year with the ETF adoption. I think past that, we'll continue to see more work in broader tokenization, where tokenization here is about representing other real world assets, say real estate, art, other different types, financial instruments on the blockchain, which in turn will make it more efficient to operate and manage those, lower the barriers to entry to give kind of broader access where people today that may not be able to invest in a luxury art item may be able to own a share of that. And so kind of just nice way in which institutions can actually accelerate in a way that we may have not seen 3 to 5 years ago. Within that space, if I think more about maybe where Ripple specifically is looking at, I think it's kind of that theme I shared where we go deep on a use case and then start to see the primitives that can apply to other areas. And so, Ripple now has a custody offering, which is fantastic. I think what we're learning in Liquidity Hub is kind of this value of on and off ramps. So that is, I'm looking forward to the day, which is not too far away, where people stop thinking about, are you a crypto company? And same way that people don't ask if you're an internet company anymore. It's just part of how you operate your business. So I think establishing these components on and off ramps, identity and compliance solutions, and start to have that infrastructure where it's standard and can be used is what I'm hoping to see happen in 2024.
And on behalf of your passionate community, I also want to highlight that Ripple successfully launched Liquidity Hub last year. I've got to ask, what are Ripple's ambitions this year to grow that service? You might be locked down as to what you can share, but is there anything you can share around that?
Yeah, I'd say a little bit of a broken record on my part, but it's this idea that it really can enable that infrastructure layer, and particularly I'm seeing an exciting resonance that we also saw with our payments customers of moving value end to end, and so that is, say for the liquidity space, maybe this NFT example marketplace I shared, maybe they have an exchange they can integrate with. But it doesn't really help them settle ultimately with their customers who need to pay with a credit card or move some funds in and out. And so I think, Ripple's strategy of continuing to find the common thread between this value movement for these use cases is exciting. So just kind of see where we can double down on what's really working well for those customers and doing it kind of global scale in a way that is really powerful.
Well, thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me today and talking about some of the things we can expect and also sharing your insights. Now, regular listeners will know I always ask my guests to leave everyone listening with either a book or a song for the Spotify playlist, a book for our Amazon wish list. I don't mind which you're going to leave us with. All I ask is, what would you like to leave everyone listening with and why?
Yeah, so it's a book I read recently. It's called One Giant Leap, The Impossible Mission That Flew Us to the Moon by Charles Fishman. Somehow I got a kick on space, I don't know, over December. But it's just a fantastic book that really looks at kind of the Apollo program, which started with John F. Kennedy in 1951, telling the world that the U.S. was going to land someone on the moon by the end of the decade. And what's so striking is we had no plan how we were going to do it. Many of the engineers and scientists did not know if we could even do it. And And yet, remarkably, we did. So it's just a great study in dealing with ambiguity, kind of dealing with challenges and the ups and downs of delivering something, but also just how having such like a really, moonshot, the first moonshot, like such a high bar that you're trying to hit, brings out the best in many ways. So just, great book. Highly recommend it.
Awesome. Well, I'll get that book added straight to our wish list. And for anyone listening, maybe they want to dig a little bit deeper on anything we talked about today. Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to point them if they want to contact your team, join your community, or just stay up to speed with the latest development?
Yeah, go to our website, ripple.com. Definitely some great content there, what we're already up to, but also where we regularly share updates with our business partners and kind of all the fun things that we're delivering for Ripple.
Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on here today, sharing your insights and also how you're building that blueprint for the rest of the industry to follow when it comes to liquidity management and why it matters, what we can expect for the future. I think we could speak about this stuff for hours, but I'd love to stay in touch with you as this continues to evolve, maybe get you back on later in the year. And more than anything, just thanks for sharing your story today.
Thank you so much, Neil. It was a lot of fun.
As we conclude our conversation with Brad today, I think it's evident that the world of cryptocurrency is not just surviving its trials, but it's also poised for a future filled with innovation and transformation. And Brad's expertise has certainly shed light on how Ripple is navigating some of the challenges of liquidity management and leveraging AI to revolutionize that crypto landscape. But as we all sit here and ponder the future trends of 2024 and beyond, I think it's clear that the crypto industry is on the cusp of something new, isn't it? Something exciting. But what are your thoughts on the future of crypto, blockchain, and anything in between? How do you see all these advancements that we're witnessing right now? How do you see them impacting your personal financial strategy? Is it going to make a difference? Is it not? I invite you to share your thoughts with me today. I don't have all the answers, but I know there's a passionate community out there of people that have got some very strong thoughts and feelings on this too. So please, let's carry this conversation on, share your thoughts and continue this conversation with us. Email me, techblogwriter@outlook.com, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, just @NeilC.Hughes. But that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have a completely different guest, different technology, different industry. We'll try and explore and demystify that together too. But until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, stay ahead in this ever-evolving world of technology, mate. And let me know how you do it, because it's getting harder and harder keeping up with the pace of technological change. And I think there is a reality that although it can be difficult keeping up, it's never going to move this slow again. So any tips on how you keep up to speed and stay ahead of the curve? I'd love to hear what you do too. So I'm rambling now, so it's time for me to walk off into the sunset. And I will wait patiently in your podcast feeds with another guest tomorrow. But thank you for listening as always. And until next time, don't be a stranger.
Shout out to the Blue Crew. Shout out to the Green Giants. I mean, Lightside Gary just coming in telling us they're tackling $130 trillion cross-border payment market. My gosh, dude, what's the market cap for XRP if it even gets 100 trillion in its market cap? Can't wait to see what's going to be going down there. Can't wait for regulations, ISO 222 adoption, fast payments, cheap payments using digital assets, institutions, banks, the W3C, the Internet of Value. Man, still so much more to look forward to. Micro payments, AR payments, VR payments, AI payments, machine-to-machine payments. Ridiculous times that we're in, guys. The 2020s are definitely a transformative decade into a cashless society without a doubt by the end of the decade. But hey, we're trying to hold these digital assets because we know these machines are going to want to use it without a doubt, use these tools to make payments happen. Appreciate everybody who tuned in for tonight's stream. What an epic stream. If you guys enjoyed this type of content, I appreciate you hitting the like. If you're watching later, I appreciate every ounce of support, guys. Every drop of support counts, just like every drop of XRP counts, man. They're trying to have people just trying to earn drops, not full XRP in the future. We're not allowing it to happen. You guys are amazing, man. Much love to y'all. We're going to have a Blue Castle stream coming up right after this one. It's a little bit more of a free-flowing stream. I'll probably be playing some videos and just entertaining you guys for tonight with some cool, like, you know, good info and stuff like that. It's it won't be a monetized stream, so any donations during that Blue Castle, you know, always grateful. But anyways, much love to all of y'all. And once again, always grateful. And dude, XPX loves starting to do movements at night, man. This crypto loves to start moving at night. We'll probably just jump into that Blue Castle right away looking at what XPX is doing. But guys, once again, much love to everybody here. Almost 60 likes on the stream. Unbelievable. Shout out to each and every one of you who tuned in. Shout out to Chris Has Issues, Miles P, Luis. Much love to everybody who donated as well. I think Nawale, if I mispronounce your name, man, thank you for your support. Much love, y'all. Thank you, Blue Crew. Thank you, Green Giants. Thank you, Ledger Citizens. Shout out to PUBG, dropping all the numbers knowledge that we need to know about 2024. Shout out to you, man. 2020 or 24 weeks of 0 days after Tom Hanks' B-Day. That is freaking nuts, PUBG. We have to remember this info, man, and remember to bring this up throughout the year. The future is distributed ledger technology. The future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the eye of the tiger. We keep it crypto. And I'll see you guys in the Blue Castle. You guys are out of this world. Much love. Adios.
Look at the moon. Oh my god. This is definitely not normal. Look at the moon. Oh my.
Oh no, it's not working tonight.
Look at the moon. Oh my god. This is definitely not normal. Look at